It's the annual ritual of December, checking the tracking number 40 times a day. We're waiting for that one package that holds the key to Christmas joy. But what if we're waiting for a delivery that's already marked delivered? The deepest pain of the holidays isn't the crowds, it's the loneliness we feel in the crowds. We track the gifts that we hope will end our isolation, but we miss the biggest truth of the season. The ultimate gift is not on the truck, it's already here. I'm Lo, and you're watching Lo and Behold. You know, one of the biggest pains of the holiday season is getting that notice on your phone, that notification that says that your package has been delayed. We have all been there. It has made me just want to go. I can't even tell you the kind of damage it has made me want to do. It's not Christian-like. It's not God-like, but it's made me think about some things. Okay. It's put some people in danger when I get that pop notification that lets me know that Amazon then delayed my package. Now, I don't know what happened at Amazon, but y'all got to get it together. Yep, you got to get it together. But if you're also like me, you are tracking the package all the time. There's not a moment of the day where you are not trying to look at the tracking number to see exactly where it is. And this season, especially the Christmas season, where we're ordering packages, not only for other people, but let's be honest, ourselves. I ain't gonna lie about that. I probably I'm done my Christmas shopping. I'm done. I know everybody like, Lawrence, what you want? I think I'm good. Man, I spend my time tracking packages to make sure that they are en route, that they are not delayed, and that they are on the way, especially if I already paid my money for them, as most of us have. And we not only track packages this way, but we also track social statuses this way. We also track acceptance and friendship. How many times do you post something and then your immediate response is to go look for how many likes or views that you have, to go look for who commented and what they said in order for you to respond? It's hard for us to get away from tracking things that maybe we need. Most likely we don't. How many times do you track relationships of people you don't even know? You ain't seen them since high school. You ain't talked to them since high school. You didn't even know them in high school, but you see them all on Facebook, all on Instagram. They look like they're in love, and then you be waiting for the shoe to drop. I know, because he cheated on my best friend. When? In 9th grade. That was him. What they got to do? It's like, we track people's relationships, and we use that tracking to measure ourselves or to compare ourselves against them. We look for those status updates, and we're processing, the in transit or out for delivery, our social status, our packages, our the things that are social acceptance, our emotional connections, all of the above. They ultimately disappoint, but we still track them as if this is what we need in order to find joy or in order to have joy. We track it as if this is what we've been waiting on and longing for all of our lives. For some of us, Christmas came about every week this year because we were constantly ordering Amazon. And when I'm just speaking for myself now, I ain't gonna tell your business. There is almost no better feeling than getting that package delivered notification from Amazon, and then that subsequent picture that they send you when they drop off your package, letting you know it's right there. It's like I'm rushing trying to get home to get to a package that I already know what it is. I ordered it. I know exactly what it is. I want to get it. I want to open it up. I hope it's the right item. It usually is, but you never know. It may be that one time where you're really dependent on it to come the day before you actually need it, and it'd be the wrong one. I don't know. Maybe that only worked for me. But we track our social standing, our career progress, or the attention of our loved ones, hoping the delivery will make us feel safe, will make us feel secure. And that's what we tend to not like about seeking social status and career progress, because it seems like I never obtain it. I'm gonna speak for myself because maybe it's me. It's like anytime I'm looking for that validation, I never get it either in the timing that I want or it's just in the way. I like things presented a certain way. You can't just tell me you love me. It got to be, you got to set it up. It got to take time. It got to take days. You can't just be coming out and saying stuff like that. No, I need preparation. Okay. And a lot of times when I'm seeking that validation from the people around me, it never comes the way that I expected it to, or even in the manner that I really want. But I'm so glad that we have scripture here to keep us grounded in this holiday season while we are so busy tracking the packages of life. Our anchor scripture comes from Matthew 28. And towards the end of Matthew 28, the end of the chapter, we get what's known as the Great Commission. Jesus is commissioning the disciples to go out and to make more disciples. But what I want to focus on is Matthew 28 and verse 20. There's something that Jesus says here that really sticks with me, and it's going to provide the basis of the rest of this conversation. Jesus tells them in Matthew chapter 28, let's start at the 18th verse. Then Jesus came to them and said, all authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Therefore, go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything I have commanded you. This is what I want to focus on. And surely I am with you always to the very end of the age. I want that to ground us. I want that to ground you as you go throughout this holiday season. That surely I am with you. This is Jesus talking to the disciples. Surely I am with you always. Hebrews 13 and 5 backs that up when it says, never will I leave you, never will I forsake you. This is Christ's final guarantee that not only am I here, not only have I arrived, but I'm here to stay. I'm not leaving you behind. I'm not leaving you lonely. The thing about the packages that we track and the thing about the social acceptance that we track as well is that they eventually fade away. I can't even tell you what I bought last year off Amazon. I can't tell you what I got delivered back in June. It was exciting when I got it. I looked forward to I rushed home. Got my Waze app open. I'll tell you where the police at. Let me not be giving out all the secrets, but y'all know you probably the same way too, man. I got my app open so I can make sure the police ain't around because they be trying to stop me from getting from my job to my package. Jesus makes a final guarantee of the package delivered. Never will I leave you. Jesus is also making the guarantee that I'm never going out of style. Unlike the packages that you receive through the mail, unlike what you gravitate to among your peers and at work, among your colleagues. Now, for some of us, that sounds like a very toxic relationship. Yeah, it sounds like a very toxic relationship because in our world of getting things and in our quest to get things, we inevitably have to deal with and come to terms with the fact that everything that we obtain will one day be lost. Everything that we get will one day have to go. I don't care how much you love that goldfish. And I really did love Goldfish Smith. He was a real nice goldfish. He lived a very good life. And, all he did every time I come out the road, all he did was just swim back and forth, swim back and forth. That's all he did. He just swam back and forth, swim back and forth. I said, what you doing? He just swam back and forth, swim back and forth. And then I came home one day. This was like probably 6 months after I got him. I came home one day and oh my Lord, it was a sight. He was floating on top of the water. I said, well, maybe he's just trying to get him a sunbath. Goldfish Smith was floating on top of that water. I looked in there. I said, oh, he dead. I said, let me give it up. I ain't going to get no more fish from now on. Everything that we get, everything that we obtain, no matter how much you love it or how much you enjoy it at first, eventually it will leave you. Eventually you will lose it. And Jesus is making us a promise that we don't get too often in our society, that we don't even give too often in our society. He said, I'm here and I'm here to stay. I'm not going nowhere. Never will I leave you, nor will I forsake you. And so my question in this holiday season for you is, what package are you still tracking? And does it replace the relationship that you have with God? I ain't gonna dig too deep into that. I'm gonna move on. Christmas is God's ultimate answer to loneliness. Immanuel, God with us. The shocking thing about being lonely, and I have felt being lonely before. I know what it feels like to be lonely. The shocking thing about being lonely is that it doesn't require isolation. Loneliness does not require you to actually be alone, but you can be alone and married. Y'all go to couples counseling now. You can be alone and in a crowd full of people. You can be alone and have people celebrating you. I've experienced that. Have people praising you, have people congratulating you, have people speaking well. You can still be lonely. Yet none of that replaces the feeling of loneliness. But the gift of his presence is not just a tracking status. It is a state of being. And when we realize, when we accept God, when we accept Christ as a delivery confirmation, Immanuel, God with us here always, then we start to view God. This is just a state of being. I'm never alone. Even if I may feel like I'm alone, I'm never alone. I've never been left alone. Never, ever, ever. I can look back over my life in specific times. And if I had time, I would tell you specific times in my life that I thought that I was walking by myself, that I thought that I was going through life by myself. And I can look back and say, God, that was your hand. No, you did that. I know some people were shocked because I was shocked. Everybody like, Lawrence, I don't know how you made it out. I don't know how I made it over there. I was just breathing. And all of a sudden, God worked something out. All of a sudden, God, he came in and he showed me I'm never alone. And not only are you never alone, but I got you covered. Because sometimes we think that what's in here with us cannot possibly be out there representing us. Cannot possibly be going other places speaking on our behalf. If you are here with me, you can't also be there. God said, I'm omnipresent. I'm here, there, and everywhere at the same time. And so not only am I here with you, making sure that you are not lonely, because I promise you that never will I leave you nor forsake you, but I am Jehovah Shabbah. I go before you. Wherever it is that you are going in life, I go before you. I make the crooked path straight. Don't play with me because I'm not for play. Christmas is God's ultimate answer to loneliness in Jesus, Immanuel, God with us. And unlike a package that moves away from the sender, the Holy Spirit, the delivery mechanism of Christ is present, never leaves. It's on the inside of you. It is here. Behold, I go, but after me comes a comforter. That's what Jesus said. That is the Holy Spirit. Christ's promise in Matthew 28:20 means that every moment, the joyful and the lonely, is a moment shared with him. You are never out of stock on companionship. Right now in this season, it's very hard for a lot of us because we're dealing with the first holiday season of losing a loved one. Some of us are dealing with a holiday season after losing a job. Some of us are dealing with the holiday season in where our family structure seems to be so fractured. It's so completely different than what it was last year. It seemed like this year has just been full of problems and problems and problems. One day we're dealing with eggs that cost $300,000 a cart, and then only to turn around and then continue to deal with financial pressures and family pressures and just anxiety and depression because you don't know what's next. Some of us this year have felt alone. And don't worry, I'm gonna preach you happy later on before we get out of here. But I wanted to just stop and pause to acknowledge the fact that you ain't crazy. You ain't crazy. This year, and I know we in the spirit of celebrating the fact that it's over, but this year, for some of us, has been difficult. It has been hard. And for some of us, we don't even know how we made it to the end. It's almost like we're just waiting for the bottom to finally drop out. And we've been in places and in spaces where we have felt alone. I don't have anybody to talk to about this. I don't have a safe space where I can be vulnerable and I can express exactly how I feel. For real, for real. I can cry if I want to. I can laugh if I want to. I can dance, or I can just lay and be still if I want to. Some of us, we have not had that place in that space, or we have just not acknowledged that we already have that place in Him. In Him. And so this Christmas, I want to acknowledge, and I want you to acknowledge that Christ is already here. It's already been delivered. What you've been waiting on, it's already been delivered. That joy, that peace, that happiness, it's already been delivered in the person of Jesus Christ. I'm sending somebody. Yeah. Then you'll be able to walk right and talk right and live right. Then you'll be able to do right because of the Spirit of God that now lives on the inside of you. And so my question then is, now that you know of Christ's confirmation, what else are you looking to be confirmed? Are you looking for your peace to be confirmed? Are you looking for your joy to be confirmed? Are you looking for your security? That's a huge, man. That's a huge one. Is it security that you're looking for? Are you looking for your mind to be regulated, as my grandma's folks used to say? Heart regulator, mind fixer. No, heart fixer, mind regulator. Are you looking for somebody? Are you looking for that to be confirmed? I'm here to tell you it's confirmed. It's confirmed. No, it's already here. You don't have to wait on it. You don't have to wait on it. You don't have to do a 40-day fast for this one. This is already here. It's already been accepted. You can stop checking the tracking status. It's already here. Walk into it. Leave the others alone. I got to move on. We stop tracking the next source of external comfort and start acknowledging the presence already here. This is how we connect. And this means moving from passive waiting to active intimacy. We talked about a few weeks ago what passive faith looks like compared to an active faith. And this is sort of in the same line here, moving from a passive waiting to active intimacy. I'm talking to God, basically. I'm communing with God. I'm spending some time in God's presence where it's only Him and I. That's it. I'm spending time getting to know God, and God already knows me, but I like to think that, my time with God is a time where I get to be open and vulnerable, and I get to put my words to what God already knows anyway. He already sees it. He already feels it. We have not a high priest who cannot empathize, who cannot feel what you feel. But I still like to tell God anyway. God, I just be like, because me and God taught like that. I just be like, God, I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm frustrated. No, because no, let me tell you. No, let me tell you. I talk to God like that. I'll be like, I am your peace that passeth all understanding. But what you need to understand is God can deal with all of that. I want to encourage you in that. God can deal with your frustrations. God can deal with your heartache and your heartbreak, right? God has been cussed out before. God's been yelled at before. Yeah, no, he's been told no before by other people, if not by you. There is nothing that you can say to God that's going to catch him off guard or go catch him by surprise. The important part is that you connect anyway. Acknowledge and act. When you feel the familiar surge of loneliness, don't reach for distraction, because that's what we do. Our phones, social media have become what fills almost every void. And so when we turn on the TV now, we're not looking for entertainment or just entertainment. We're looking for companionship. There are people who literally sit in their basement, up on their computer, in front of a screen. There are some people, just like I'm doing now, creating content, talking to a camera in a room all by themselves, and this is their life. This seems to be all there is to their entire existence. And then they wonder why you're so lonely. It's because you don't come out the house. Come out the house. Stop being afraid. Stop being afraid. When you feel alone, know that God is with you. Know that his presence is still with you, that he has not left you, that he has certainly not left you alone. Here's my question. How would you live differently this week if you truly believed, minute by minute, that the Son of God was standing right beside you? First of all, I think my question would be, Lord, do you got blindfolds? Because do you got blind? So somebody get the Lord. No, this lead house don't work. You got to cover his eyes, because I don't want him to see. I want to just be able to tell him about it. I want him to know about it firsthand. Eyewitness testimony. Here's what I want you to do this week. Number one, stop tracking the wrong deliveries. Identify one external source of validation: social media likes, approval from a difficult family member, a relationship status you are constantly tracking. Commit this week to praying over that specific desire, reminding yourself that Christ's presence is your only necessary validation. I say that all the time. God, if nobody else likes it, if nobody else wants it, if nobody else God, stay with me. You are my validation. If you are with me and if you have your hands on it, that's all I need as confirmation. I know a lot of people need a whole lot of other things. I know a lot of people need yes, man, and yes, says from everybody else. But I remind myself, no, if the Lord said go, if the Lord said yes, if God is saying I am with you, that's all I need. Now, it gets very difficult when you find out you walk in that road by yourself. Like, good Lord. It's just almost feel like Saul then became Paul on his way. At least he had a donkey. I'm out here all by myself. I'm all alone in the world. You know, it's sometimes we all think that it would be better if I didn't have to do it by myself. I'm telling you that you are not by yourself. You are not by yourself. As long as you are in the presence of God, as long as the Spirit of God dwells on the inside of you, you are never alone. You are never by yourself. So stop tracking the wrong deliveries. What you're waiting on from other people is not validation, or maybe validation right into destruction. How many times did you get praise for doing something that was destructive to you and your future? I'm talking to you. How many times did your friends celebrate your demise? I don't go to therapy neither. I don't trust them like that. Okay, so we all got to sit up here traumatized and living with trauma because Jerome said he don't go to therapy and he don't trust them. Give me a break. Stop tracking the wrong deliveries. Number 2, the 5-minute Immanuel exercise. So when you are in a moment of acute loneliness or stress this week, because this week, it is very stressful. Stop and mentally list 5 things you know to be true about the situation because Christ is with you. I have the strength to handle this. I am not forgotten. I have an eternal purpose. There's nothing you need to prove. You are enough. Christ thinks you're enough. In fact, Christ thinks you're to die for. So stop chasing the validation from everybody else. Do the 5-minute Immanuel exercise. And then 3, share the delivery. You know, loneliness thrives in isolation. And so this week, I want you to intentionally invite Christ's presence into a difficult interaction or moment. I also want you to invite a trusted friend or loved one into what you're dealing with and how you feel. Because the enemy, he likes to do business when we are separated and alone. So don't let him win this week. But surround yourself with people, surround yourself and acknowledge the fact that you are surrounded by God, but that you are filled with and surrounded by the Spirit of God. So you don't need to anxiously wait or track the package or the fulfillment this December. I want you to understand that Christ being here, and we are celebrating this week the fact that Christ is here, that is enough. That is delivery confirmation, and there is nothing else you need. So stop looking for the next thing. Stop looking for the next package, but acknowledge the fact that God is with you and that he will never leave you, nor will he ever forsake you. This has been a series, Unwrapped, that has been amazing. I guess the first Advent series, because this is not even year 1 of the Lo and Behold podcast. And it's been amazing to get the feedback from all of you and to just be able to talk for real about all of the things that we've talked about in Unwrapped. We're doing a lot of good stuff. I'm planning a lot of good stuff for us, especially in terms of these devotionals. So next year, you're getting ready to see a lot of really good things. But in preparation for next year, because I know that New Year's is right around the corner, I want to talk to us about goals and setting goals, because we all got those, right? Everybody got a New Year's resolution that they're trying to figure out. So listen, next week, after you get done this week, understand that you are not alone and having a good time drinking your hot chocolate and open up your Christmas gifts, also your Amazon packages. I want you to come back next week. Next Tuesday, we're going to be talking about goals. I'm going to set us up real nice and right for the New Year celebration. So be sure to like and subscribe to this channel. Click the notification bell. I also want to hear from you. So if there's something that you've been tracking lately that you are ready to release, put that in the comment section. A lot of you tend to DM me, which I like, I appreciate. I also will say that even with text messages, I have become very slow at responding. So if you DM me something and I have not responded to you in a very long while, please know that I probably never will. Also, if I do, it's going to be a while. It's not because I don't like you. It's not because I'm offended by anything you said. It's just because I got stuff to do. I got kids to take care of. I got a whole wife at home. I got a job. I got things to do. And so I love you. I appreciate you for watching the Lo and Behold show and podcast. I appreciate you for listening. I appreciate you for sending in your comments and your messages. I appreciate you for everything that you do in order to make me a better podcaster, a better, what am I, devotionalist? Whatever I am, I appreciate you because your feedback and your comments actually help to strengthen what I'm doing here for the show. So come back next week. Let's talk about goals and let's go into New Year's nice and right. Until then, Merry Christmas enjoy this holiday season. Be sure to slow down, take a break. I know some of us, we work the day before, maybe even the day after Christmas, but try, I don't care if it's an hour, I don't care if it's 15 minutes, slow down, stop, sit in silence, take a break, acknowledge God's presence, and do what you can to clear your mind. Our minds are in go, go, go mode. And what that does is that puts strain between us and the relationships that we have to hold on close to the most. So I want to make sure that we're not doing that this holiday season. So be sure to take that time, and I'll see you next week as we talk about goals.